Hello, everybody, and welcome to Trade with Precision free newsletter. My name is Tamar Mehr. Today, I want to take you through three markets that I really like the look of for trading opportunities and different time frame, different scenarios as well. So, let me show you what I'm looking at. So first up, I'm looking at pound Aussie, and I absolutely love this chart on the daily. What we can see here is now the daily is in a downtrend. We're moving back into the sell zone and a push away, and currently back into the sell zone on the daily. It's also quite a strong number that we are currently rejecting, the 2.08. If we scroll back in time a little bit, we can see we had a touch here, another touch pretty close here, and another touch over here as well. So a nice level of this market. Let's take a quick look at the weekly, and we can see that the weekly is also nice in a downtrend, and also we can spot this level, this 2.08. So a lovely level for this market to pull back to. If we look at the monthly is still bullish and pulling back, but we can still see another move in this market even into the level of 2.0. So taking into account the fact that the monthly is still in an uptrend, but the rest of the time frame looking very nice through the downside. All right, so what am I looking at? So first opportunity, I'm looking at a downtrend here on the 12 hours, and I'm looking for a pullback and then a rejection candle of this level and in the sell zone and a continuation of this downtrend. If you take a look at the Fibonacci level, see where this level of 2.08 comes to, we can see that it's here around the area of the 62%. Approximately, we're a little bit above it, but currently we are rejecting it. So looking for reason to enter off this time frame. So this is for a high time frame trading opportunities. But if I like to trade the short-term trading opportunities on a lower time frame, then I'll be switching down into the 15 minutes. And what I can spot here on the 15 minutes is that we're currently making lower high and somewhat equal to lower low. So there is some price compression over here into this daily pivot. A break below this low will signal a continuation of this down move. Looking at the 30 minutes, we can see on the 30 minutes we're making lower highs and somewhat again these equal lows. A break below this level will bring this time frame also into a downtrend. So I can look to trade this on the lower time frame as we're breaking through that level, or I can look to trade it as a cluster trade as we're pulling back into this pivot, or if I don't have the time to be around on 15-minute charts, I can look at the higher time frame. It could be from the 12 hours, it can also be off the daily chart as well. The next market that I want to take a look at is dollar CAD, and dollar CAD is really on a higher time frame. And what I've got here on the daily, what we can spot is we were stuck in this area below the 1.33. It's a very strong level on this pair. We can see we've been there a little bit higher before, but lately we were just pending here, rejecting the low of 1.33, rejecting the high of 1.34. Finally, yesterday we broke up through that level quite decisively, quite strongly, and also look to close above that level. So I like this market a lot. I like these sort of breaks. If we take a look at the weekly, we can see that the weekly is in an uptrend and currently in the process of putting in another higher high. We do have a little bit of divergence coming in here into this market, so I am going to be a bit cautious around that. When we look at the monthly, what we can spot from the monthly is a beautiful uptrend and convergence on the indicators on this time frame. So I like this market to the long side. So let's take a look at what I'm after really on this market. So I'm looking for a pullback into the breakout level. Currently, if we'll take the fibs, this is the 12-hour chart. If we'll take the fibs on this time frame from the low to the high, we can see we're pretty close to the 1.34, and there's a pivot here, a weekly pivot, and there's also a daily pivot sitting around here, and it's also yesterday high. So there's a lot of things around this area for this cluster to hold. However, there's a big of a pullback going on here. It's a big move that we had, so we might not get that pullback into this area. In that case, I'll be looking down the time frame into the 1 hour and looking for trading opportunities as the market is pulling back into the buy zone. The next market that I want to take a look at is crude oil, and we had a fantastic move on crude yesterday. We finally broke down through this $40 mark level, which is a very strong level on crude. So daily currently in a downtrend, a bit overextended. It was a big push but looking very bearish. I would love a pullback into the sell zone, into this level of 40. However, this market is quite bearish and I might not get a pullback on this time frame and as high as the 40 level. So I'll be going down the time frame and looking for trading opportunities. So if we'll take a look here, for example, on the 1 hour, and let me just take the fibs here on this last move. What we can see here, we've got a cluster sitting around this level of 39.75. There's a weekly pivot here. There's also the daily pivot sitting around here. So a pullback into this area will still be somewhere around in the sell zone and looking for a continuation of this downtrend. Indicator converging beautifully to the downside. Let's take a look at the 2 hours. 2 hours also looking quite beautiful. This is the same cluster. It's the same move that we had on the 1 hour. So a pullback on this time frame, we will be very nicely situated in the sell zone if we pull back into this weekly pivot. So looking for opportunities for the market to pull back into this level. If I'm looking down the time frame, let's take a look at the 15 minutes. What we can see here on the 15 minutes is that we're starting to uptrend over here. Indicators are pushing higher as well. So we might see a pullback coming in, a deeper pullback coming in on the context of the 15 minutes, which will also help us get into the sell zone in the context of the 1 hour and the 2 hours. So this is my favorite time frame for a trading opportunity currently on crude oil. Now, if you want to know more about how we trade, then please join us on our next webinar. The topic for this webinar is high performance trading for a busy lifestyle. In this webinar, we are going to see how, by utilizing a trading strategy that is applicable to any market and any time frame, we can actually take back control on the time that we're spending in front of the computer looking for trades. So even if we have a day job, even if we're very busy during the evening, there are still trading opportunities out there that we can look to take advantage of. So if you're interested, please join us on this free webinar. It's going to run twice this week. First, it's going to be today on the 8th of December, 7 p.m. Auckland, 5 p.m. Sydney, 6 a.m. London, and 1 a.m. New York. The second one is going to run tomorrow, the 9th of December, 8 p.m. London, 3 p.m. New York, 7 a.m. Sydney, and 9 a.m. Auckland on the next day. Looking forward to see you on the webinar. Wishing you a fantastic trading week, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.